Well, welcome to how to maximize the experience on social media etiquette. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what is he talking about? Why is he talking like that? Well, over the last few years, I've noticed a lot of frustration, a lot of division, and a lot of confusion with what social etiquette actually is. So, in duration of this conversation, we're going to go over a couple of things that would not only bring you to clarity, but also help you moving forward on how to improve on your social status, accounts, apps, projects, everything in one setting. Come take a walk with me. Now, what I want to start off with, right, is attitude, mindset. When you are using any of these platforms, you need to understand that your attitude is 1000% going to be the determining factor in your productivity. I give you an example. If you go onto an app, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and your only objective is to get everybody to interact with you, get everybody to pretty much acknowledge your existence without giving any type of appreciation towards anyone else, you've already defeated yourself. See, mindset is everything. If you think wealthy, you perform as if you are wealthy. If you are happy, truly happy, then whether or not one person interacts with you or 1,000 people interact with you won't change how you feel towards yourself and your content or whatever it is that you're putting forth out there. One of the things that I've always noticed about these apps is that there's a community for everybody. And within these communities, they have set jurisdictions, laws, things that they follow that allow them to feel at ease being able to speak on things that they do. Uploads, posts, conversations. You might be in a community that is catered towards, I don't know, politics. Well, there's another side of the internet that doesn't really gravitate towards that. So what you have to understand is that even though you bump heads and clash, you still have to hold yourself to a certain level of decorum and respect for the other person's views and opinions. See, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about finding solutions. And what you're trying to do is create a dialogue that is safe for everyone to be a part of. You don't want to drive people off with your scolding and your self-righteousness. That's not the point here. The point is there's a message within whatever it is that you are bringing to the table that you would like to be heard. And if you're being offstandish and you're not giving the person space to be able to lock in with you without any unbiases, you've already defeated the purpose of doing what you're doing.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Social media etiquette covers a multitude of things, right? So it's about appearance. It's about your mannerisms. It is about the quality of your content. It is about how humble you are. It is about how much empathy you have. It is about how communicative you are. There are so many different areas here that people don't really take into account, and they suffer for it. You get on social media because of a couple of reasons. You're trying to make money, or you're trying to make money while building a community. Now, you can make money, but you can't make money without having a community. And the only way to create a community is to be a part of the community. Some people camouflage it. They pretend to be about, oh, my condolences to your loss. Or they'll spam post you in hopes that you'll return the favor and become a supporter of them. Once they lock you in, then they disappear and you never see them anymore, while utilizing your transparency and honesty to harness and raise them to a higher level of their course of action. And that's very discouraging. I need people to understand this. When you use people and your heart is not in it, you're not really interested in what they got going on, and you just use them for the numbers, that is going to affect you in the long haul. Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody, well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but for the most part, most people want the validation. You want to know that your art is good, that your stories are enthralling. You want to know that people can relate to your pain and your joys. You want to leave a legacy. You want to do something that has never been done before. You have dreams, you have passions and desires. The only way that you're going to be able to do this is to ensure that not only are you pouring your heart into what you do, but you give everybody equal respect for everything that they have going on. You want love, you want people to genuinely be interested in what you're doing, then you have to be genuinely interested in what you're doing and in what they're doing. Now, if you have absolutely no interest in engaging with these other entities, then the best course of action is to leave them alone and to curate your posts, your timeline, your channels, whatever platform it is. Make sure that you curate it to the audience that you're targeting. And most people are freestyling. You're grasping at straws. You're talking about any and everything that will get people to give you notice, and then you disappear when people interact with you. That's something else that you need to know. That's horrible etiquette. You have all of these men and women who take time out of their life to interact with a post or a video of any sort of yours, and you don't respond to their messages, you don't repost their messages, you don't say thank you, you don't interact with them, you don't have no conversations with them, you don't show them that you appreciate them in no way, but you expect everybody to idolize and worship you. No, everybody's not on that time. What y'all don't understand is there are people who are really here with their heart in it. They are loyal, they are faithful, sometimes to a fault. And one of the things that is missing within all of this is consistency, open communication, being honest with yourself about who you are and what you bring to the internet, what you bring to social media space in general, all you're thinking about is yourself and the quickest way to get to the money. And that's fine. But if you are screwing people over and you're being rude and you're being inconsistent and you are not genuinely showing these people, hey, look, you support me genuinely, I'm going to support you genuinely, and we're going to do this thing organically, and we're going to do it the right way. Follow them on all their social media platforms. Support their YouTube channels. Support their music. Support their blogs. Support their websites. Share them. Let people know that, hey, I got somebody that I follow that is pretty cool, and I think you would enjoy them. Even if you don't really enjoy it, you can pass it along to somebody else. Horrible social media etiquette. What it breeds is resentment. What it breeds is confusion. It breeds cliques. It breeds friend groups. Their only objective is to harness their own brands and content. The problem with that is there's a ceiling to that, because you can only go but so far with people that are just your friends. But how do you get other people to invest in you? How do you burn bridges and do horrible business by breaking your word and turning on people and then expect to grow higher? Even if you have 400, 500 people that constantly are in that spin cycle with you, you're only going to get but so far. And I've always practiced this. If you've ever shown love and been consistent with me, I always return it in turn, because I believe that if you really want to get the best out of someone, you have to show them that you actually care and that they're not a commodity and just a number. But a lot of you just babysitting. Your timeline, your friends on your list is nothing but a ghost time. User accounts, friend, user accounts, friend. You don't know none of these people. You will have no relationship with none of them other than maybe 5 or 6. That's not going to work. It's not going to cut it at all. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm turned off by people. And this is another thing that I'm going to address. I'm absolutely turned off by people who see that you're interactive with someone else and they don't know you. They never put in an effort to know you, but by association with a mutual, they will follow you thinking that you're going to get what they got, but you don't want to put in to get what they got. That is horrible etiquette. Horrible. I want it to be as clear as day here. We all want to succeed. We all want our tribe and our group of people. And we can actually all achieve that if we just got our foot out our mouth, humbled ourselves, and decided, well, we can all win. How can I help this person win? Let me not think about me for a second. I enjoy uploading and doing this and that. But there's other people here that are just as talented, funny. What can I do to help them get noticed too? See, when jealousy and envy comes in because one person is doing better than the next, you group of people contribute to the lack of integration between parties that will never cross paths again. If you got out of your head and understand that you are just as important to this development as the next person, we will be further ahead. This doesn't have to be a negative experience. Poets don't have to compete with other poets. Everything does not have to be a competition. Everything does not have to be I'm better than you, or I have a different class than you, or this. Everybody can eat. Everybody can meet who they need to. Everybody can network. Everybody can come under one accord in their own brackets. It's not that deep, but we make it that deep. And because of that, this is exactly why people struggle with their YouTube views. This is exactly why people don't get retweets, reposts. IG is damn near dead. People don't really interact in live streams. People don't visit each other's platforms. We don't share out each other's stuff. We just expect everything to come to us while planning on this pretentious smile that we are something that we're not. No, stop it. A lot of us be on bullshit, and you know it. Social media etiquette requires compassion, being relentless, being authentic, being caring, being thoughtful, being considerate. I might have said that twice, but you need to absolutely be considerate. If you don't find something interesting, bypass it. If you don't think that you and the other party is compatible based on what you're doing and they're doing, skip past it. But you can still share it. I think y'all be forgetting this shit is free for the most part. A repost is free. A retweet is free. Sharing on your stories is free. Sharing links are free. But y'all be so like narrow-minded, man. It's sad and it's really disappointing. It's free. All of it is free. Nobody's begging you to pay for nothing. Just something to think about. The next thing I want to talk about: being rude and disrespectful under people's comments. If you ain't got nothing to say that's going to add into a solution, then what the fuck are you doing even bothering entertaining the discussion in the first place? Just scroll on to something that is more to your standards. You're contributing to arguments and the hate speech and to bullying and anything negative is counterproductive to the purpose of freedom of speech and people having this space to share and be themselves. I hope these help. I hope I got a lot of it. If you want a part 2, I would love nothing more than to do a part 2. I tried my best to compact everything into one, but if you want to see a part 2, like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know how you felt about what I brought up here today, and we'll go from there. But it was nice talking with you guys, man. I hope you have a blessed one, and I will see you on the next video.